If you're looking to get into IT and you're wondering how often you're going to have to work quote unquote after hours, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Welcome everybody. My name is Zach Hill. This is IT Career Questions. We've been doing this channel for a long time, helping everybody out there like you answer questions like this. How often can you expect to work after hours in IT? And to give you just really a plain simple answer, it's going to vary. It's not the answer that you want to hear, but it's honestly going to vary from organization to organization, the type of business that they are, what it is that they actually do. For instance, I can give you a good example of like an organization where you may be expected to work after hours, and that could be healthcare. I have experience working in healthcare. I worked in a hospital for quite a few years, and one of the things that we had to do, which was a requirement working in IT, was working after hours. That was the only job that I have worked where I was salaried and I was actually required to work after hours, being on call basically was what it boiled down to. So it wasn't even so much that I had to work after hours all the time. It did come up time to time just based on the issue, but I was required to be on call, and that would be like from 5 p.m. until basically 7 a.m. the next morning for about a week straight. And then I actually took on call for a year straight because I got a stipend, or like additional money to be on call. It was like $2 an hour and $25 or something every time I took a phone call. So, just doing that for a year straight, I was completely burnt out on it, and I never wanted to be on call ever again, but I did make a lot of extra money, and that was nice, real nice. But yeah, to answer this question, because it does come up often, there is a lot of worry that you could potentially work either overtime or be on call. And again, it's going to vary from business to business and what it is that they're actually doing in those different organizations. I worked for school districts for many, many years in IT, and I was never, ever required to work after hours or work overtime or anything like that. I've worked in manufacturing IT. I was never required to work after hours. So I've had a lot of different experience working places where the on-call or after-hours work was not required, but you will hear often from people who do have to work overtime or have to work on-call. But of course, again, I just have to completely stress that it's going to vary, and oftentimes they will spell that out for you in job descriptions as you're applying for these jobs, so you should have an idea before you go into that interview. If they did not indicate that in a job description before you go into an interview, that is honestly a huge red flag. If they surprise that at you, to you and in your interview or during the offer, oh man, what else are they going to surprise you with, So I'd question that. But anyway, the point is, if you're looking to get into IT and you are concerned with working after hours, it's not always going to be required. And there are a lot of options out there available to you where you don't have to do those things. However, if you're really, really desperate looking to get into IT, you're going to find that a lot of the entry-level work, not like network operations, security operations, help desk, things like that, you will find that sometimes, you're going to have odd hours in a lot of those different positions. Maybe, potentially, that potential is definitely there for sure. Maybe you're, working like second shift, third shift, something like that. So, again, it really depends. And good luck to you out there in your journey. And I hope everything goes well for you and you find the job that you're looking for. If you have any other questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and we'll try to make quick videos just like this. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take it easy.